Hello everyone, and welcome to our presentation. We are Team Impact with University of Buffalo's Zeta Theta chapter. My name is Sydney Merritt.
I'm Ting Wing.
I'm Emily Wang.
And I'm Joanne Lau.
And today we'll be sharing with you our project, Journey to Financial Stability. So first, our agenda for today, we'll be covering our refugee center visit, impact, feedback, future plans, and our legacy. So first, the refugee center visit. We decided to partner with Journey's End Refugee Services. They're a Christian community-based organization whose mission is to provide refugees with the resources and support that they need in order to become contributing and active members of the Western New York community. We wanted to be a part of that mission, so we created 2 workshops focusing on the importance of credit to present to the refugees. We had wanted to have this project completed before the regional meeting, but as we got into further contact with Journey's End, we realized that we needed to adapt our timeline in order to best suit the needs of the Refugee Center. And so we will be hosting 2 workshops on April 7th and April 8th.
There are expected to be about 40 refugees at both sections. Their ages range from 18 to 24, and they have been in the United States for less than 5 years. Therefore, their English is quite limited, and they need practical knowledge to help with their transition into a new life. We ended up modifying our presentations to keep information relevant to what they need and easy to understand. During our presentation at Journey's End Refugee Center, we will discuss credit. We got information trained off about financial education at the University of Buffalo in and outside of the classroom. First, what is credit? Why does it matter in our everyday life? Then we will talk about how good credit and bad credit will impact their lives in the future. Next, we will explain the factors that can affect their credit score. Last but not least, we will give them advice on how to use credit cards wisely. Now I'm going to talk about impact. As an immigrant, I especially feel empathy for the refugees. When I came here from Vietnam about 6 years ago, I didn't know how to open a bank account, write a check, or bill credit, just to name a few. I didn't really have a person I can go to ask the question. Fortunately, during high school, I was a part of the Academy of Finance. It gave me an opportunity to take a personal finance class, which taught financial literacy. I really appreciate the practical knowledge that I learned from there because I can apply it in my everyday life. For that reason, I want to help others who are in the very same situation as me before. I want to create a positive impact on the Buffalo refugee community.
Winston Churchill once said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." We chose to help the refugees because they have very little information about what is credit and how it can affect your future. If they plan to stay in the U.S., they have to be prepared financially. So it is important for us to help as many refugees as possible get a chance to learn.
In the past 10 years, Buffalo has become a major center for refugee resettlement in the Northeast, resettling about 12,000 refugees from countries like Burma, Somalia, Bhutan, and Iraq. Through our research of multiple refugees in the area, we were able to inform the community about University of Buffalo's Beta Alpha Psi chapter and the work that we do. With Journey's End, we have joined their financial literacy team. We worked with the head of the program to choose a topic which we felt was most beneficial for the refugees. We will be presenting the topic of credit, building up on their existing workshop of banking. Within our chapter, we gave out a survey asking members and candidates what topics we should touch on in our workshop. This allowed us to gain more insight on what students of a similar age group as the refugees felt was important to know. The creation of this project allowed us to gain a deeper appreciation of our education and allowed us to put skills that Beta Alpha Psi has taught us into practice, like adaptability and professionalism. As we mentioned, we modified our presentation with Journey's End so that it could better suit the needs of our audience. We were able to simplify our presentation so that it may be interpreted.
Now on to feedback. We want to ensure that as we host these workshops, our content is beneficial to the refugees and our presentation is as effective as possible. To that end, we will be distributing a survey at the beginning and end of the workshop. We will then compare the percentage of attendees that had a previous understanding of credit to the collective results to see how much they've improved. If the percentage goes up by at least 40%, we will know that our workshop was successful. We will use this data as a tool for us to assess how effective our workshop is. Now on to future plan. Going forward, we will be making a toolkit for other chapters to use. In the toolkit will consist of topics regarding financial literacy and a sample of literature of how we reference in implementing the project. Therefore, if other people want to continue our project, they will have a guideline and it will save them additional time on the research that they want to research on the topics that they want to present. We plan to continue our relationship with Journey's End and expand our projects to other chapters.
And finally, our legacy. Now, in this photo, you'll see one of our chapter's alumni participating in this same program just a few years ago. In re-upping this program from our chapter's history, we remember and honor our alumni's legacy. We evaluated the strides that our chapter had made towards furthering the Buffalo community's financial health. And we saw an opportunity to do even more. We're expanding this project to become a sort of toolkit of financial literacy, and it enables us to further tailor our work to the center's needs. In this program alone, we're offering 40 students the chance to build a life of financial stability, with potential for even more as we plan to continue this program for many years to come. Thank you, and that concludes our presentation.